begin in a minute. Okay, so you can see my screen, yes? Can I just get some thumbs up to see that you can see my screen? Okay, so I took you through the theme. Your online lecturers are here to support and guide your learning. And they do this through the sessions. They have a lecture with you once every 2 weeks. So for example, you might have COSC 5121 every second Wednesday evening, as per your timetable. In addition, your lecturer will provide resources for you to access on the ARC platform. And these resources include little podcasts. So these are recordings that your lecturer will create to unpack more complex or important concepts that they want you to focus on. Okay, so there will be a folder in ARC where your lecturer will upload these recordings. Now, some lecturers might use a YouTube channel in the first semester. So you might have some using a YouTube channel and some uploading directly onto ARC. Other resources could include additional readings, or possibly your lecturer could share YouTube videos that they've downloaded that are important and relevant to the content in the module. So those are some of the additional resources that your lecturer will provide you with. ICE Tasks, Integrated Curriculum Engagement. It's a long word, and all it is, there are 4 activities that your lecturer will give to you that are designed to engage with the content. So in addition to helping your lecturer see where you are with your learning, it will also help you to identify gaps in your own learning. So ICE tasks generally take the form of quiz, or they could be other short, sharp little activities that you complete throughout the semester that will help prepare you also possibly for assessments, and like I said, to help you engage with the content. So you are advised to complete all 4 ICE tasks. Your lecturer will also support you and provide feedback on your assessments. So for example, let's say you submit assignment 1, then your lecturer gets a marking period. And in that marking period, your lecturer will complete the marking and you will receive your assessment with feedback. And then that feedback will help you to improve and prepare for your future assessments. Your lecturer will also respond to module queries within 24 hours. So if you send an email to your lecturer, please expect a turnaround time of about 24 hours. If you have an assessment due tonight at 23:59 and you send your lecturer an email now, you can't expect a response immediately. It will take the 24 hours regardless. So it is important to plan ahead and make sure that the day before an assessment, you don't have anything that you need to ask your lecturer. Make sure that everything is done ahead of time. On the other hand, as an online student, you are responsible for your own learning. You need to attend lectures and ask for clarity during these online sessions. If you cannot attend lectures, perhaps you live overseas, and of course there's different time zones, or you work night shift, or for whatever reason you are unable to attend the lectures, then there are recordings that will be available in Teams. So online lectures happen via the Teams platform. And what happens is Teams automatically say, well, the recording is saved, and Teams automatically puts it into a folder in your Teams classroom, which is called recordings. So you can go at any time and access the recordings for all your lectures in that folder on Teams. And if there's anything that you don't understand while you are listening to the recording, or something isn't clear or not quite aligned with your thinking, then you can pop your lecturer an email to seek clarity, or you can make a note and discuss it in the next lecture. Also very important and noteworthy is that lecturers will not be joining WhatsApp groups. So the form of communication is via ARC or email. So just please note that. If you as students want to come together and form a WhatsApp group, to create your own little community of learning, then that's fine. But lecturers don't join WhatsApp groups. I think someone's unmuted. Oh, here we go. Oh, thanks, Genevieve. Okay, back to where I was. Please make sure that you know all your platforms and their purposes. The student intranet is where you will find your student material, your PAS, and other important documents, your module outline, and so on. ARC is basically your online classroom. It's like how you would have a brick and mortar classroom where your teacher or your lecturer would put up posters and make resources available for you, like books and a computer workstation or whatever. Now, ARC is that equivalent. You will have all your material uploaded and available for you in your ARC platform. And then you have Assist, and that's where you log any queries that are not related to module content. So anything related to module content, you must ask your lecturer directly, and then anything else you communicate with us via an Assist query. Please make sure you access all important documents, the most important being the PAS, and this is your program assessment schedule. Now, the PAS is by far one of your most important documents because it sets out your assessment dates. So unlike some of the public institutions where lecturers will say to you, okay, I've given you an assignment, please hand it in 2 weeks from now. And then 2 weeks from now, you hand in the assignment. It does not work like that here. So what happens at Emirates is you will be issued a PAS document, and the PAS will give you the dates that you need to submit your assessments, or if you are writing any exams or tests, then it will have those dates as well. So you need to access your PAS document and make sure you diarize the important dates. Use the additional resources that are provided for you. Listen to the podcasts that your lecturer uploads. Complete your ICE tasks. Attend the support sessions that are offered to you for assessments. Use your lecturer's feedback. So very often what happens when you receive a submission, many students only look at the mark. They don't actually open the submission and look at the lecturer's feedback. And the feedback is by far one of the most important. And then please be mindful of your online lecturer's time. They cannot always respond immediately. Sometimes they will respond immediately. Sometimes they might even take a little bit longer than 24 hours. Life happens. But generally, the required time is 24 hours. And that's working days, excluding weekends and public holidays. So if you send a message on a Friday and the Monday is a public holiday, expect to get a response by the Tuesday. Okay. So being an online student might have many challenges, but you can overcome them. And this is how you can manage your time, use online tools such as ARC or your Outlook calendar to populate important dates, lecture times, additional training sessions, and so on. Be consistent with how you pace yourself throughout the semester in terms of working. So, for example, if you have lectures alternate weeks, and then the other week you don't have a lecture, then be consistent and maybe do work during that lecture time, or schedule time every day to do a bit of work. Work daily. Do not give up. That is most important. No matter how overwhelmed you are feeling, there's a reason that you've come here to do this. And we want to support you and we want to see you graduate. So from our side, we will do our very best. But from your side, it's important to not give up. If you are feeling the load too heavy and you're not coping and there's too much happening at once, rather try reducing your module load first, and then if that doesn't work, we can speak about other strategies to help you cope. Plan as per your PAS. So use your PAS document to plan your semester. A very nice strategy is to find a buddy. So you are all here now and find somebody who you can just, sometimes, studying online can feel a bit like a dark hole. You don't know anybody. You don't know where to find things. Here's Nas talking about a PAS, an ARC, and you have no idea what this even is. So when you have somebody who's also, wading through the waters like you, then it makes the journey a lot more manageable. Okay. Manage your expectations. So unlike, school, tertiary is very different. It's highly demanding. The level of cognitive engagement is much higher. So manage your expectations and aim for the highest. But if you don't achieve the highest, then be happy with what you have, and then the next time put into place strategies so that you can step higher. Take responsibility for your own learning. Your online lecturers are not going to teach you. They are going to facilitate your learning process. They are going to support and guide your learning. The responsibility ultimately as an online distance student is with you to access the material, to engage with the material, and to engage with your lecturer and your peers. Most important, do not copy or plagiarize. I know AI and ChatGPT are amazing tools that can do a lot of things, but please, they must be used ethically. We've had so many students who have been handed over to go through the process due to the unethical use or misuse of AI. So please attend the information center sessions and make sure you access the material that your lecturers upload for you in a folder called referencing support material. And that material will help you to ensure that your submissions are acceptable. Ask for help. So if you are struggling with something and you're not sure, reach out to your lecturer. Like I said, your lecturer for content is your first go-to person. And if you don't succeed and you're still not clear, then you can log an assist ticket, and that will probably go to Genevieve, who I mentioned is our academic lead. Of course, if it is a non-academic query, then it will go to the relevant departments. And if, of course, all else fails and you still feel that you haven't been supported adequately, then I am here. Please reach out to me. And I will try my very best to assist you. Okay, so assist queries, I mentioned, manage your stress, do things away from studying as well, just, to keep you happy and feeling good and feeling engaged and stress-free. Because if you are stressed, you're not going to enjoy your learning process. Okay, so live sessions. You have been issued a timetable. Please refer to your timetable. Most lecturers also upload the timetable on ARC for you to access. Live sessions take place on Microsoft Teams. As I mentioned, that is the platform like we are doing this evening. Before going to a live session, make sure you are prepared. So read the relevant sections, do whatever activities you're supposed to do that your lecturer assigns to you, listen to whatever recordings, note any questions or concerns or areas where you might need clarity, and take all that to the session so that it becomes meaningful for you. Your lecturer will populate the calendar on ARC for you. So it will have your lecture dates and links, and it will have ICE task submission dates, and any other important dates will be populated on your calendar. In addition, your lecturer will upload a pacer for you, and the pacer will guide you through the semester, letting you know when to commence a particular learning unit, when you should be wrapping up a learning unit, when you need to submit your ICE, and so on. Assignment dates are not populated on the calendar because sometimes the past document does change. And then what happens is if a lecturer forgets to um, change the dates on the calendar, then it could cause a problem. So generally, lecturers don't populate the calendar with assignment dates. You can populate your calendar with those, but everything else will be populated for you on the calendar and in the pacer. Okay, and then this is basically what a timetable looks like. Just to explain it to you, you can see there's the different sessions, and then you will see these library support sessions. Those are very important to attend. And then there's support sessions, non-academic sessions, and then you also have registration and technical assistance sessions, and then there's our like this one, which is 2024, immediately you know it's the incorrect one. Your one must say 2026. And important things that you will find in your module outline are the resources that you need for the module, your prescribed material, which textbooks or other readings, journal articles, and so on. And then also additional readings that you need to access in order to engage with the content for the module successfully. It will give you the module purpose and the module outcomes and a breakdown of assessments. So the 4 ICE tasks, the formatives and the summative for that module and the weighting that each one carries. And then it will give you a theme of learning units breakdown, which will have themes and learning outcomes, and then the relevant prescribed material for each learning unit theme. And then you will also find overviews of the learning units. And this is in your module pacer. This is in the MO. The pacer that you should follow is the one that your lecturer gives to you. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, so the PAS is available. Please make sure that you go onto the student intranet and download your PAS document. It contains all confirmed assessment dates for the semester. What's also very important just to keep in mind is that your lecturers cannot reschedule assessments. So if you miss an assessment, you have to make an application via the Student Hub for an extension. You cannot email your lecturer and say, I missed the submission. Can I please have an extra week? Your lecturer cannot give you an extension. ICE tasks are different. Your lecturer sets those dates, so you can speak to them about ICE tasks. But any assessment that's on the PAS, please submit on time. Otherwise, you will have to make a formal application for an extension. So just important to keep that in mind. Then you will get something called assessment support recordings. So for each module, there is a lead lecturer, and that lecturer just ensures that there's standardization and consistency across all the groups within that module. And the lead lecturer will create recordings for you that will support you with the assessment, and then your lecturer will upload the recording for you. And then in addition to that, you will have a Q&A session with your lecturer about 10 days before an assessment is due. And the purpose of that session is purely for you to bring your questions to class, and your lecturer will answer those. Okay. If you go onto your ARC platform, this is what it will look like. And you will see that there's different sections. There's the content section, and that's where you will find all the material that is pre-populated on ARC and that your lecturer uploads for you. Here is communication. Now, under communication, it's very important because your lecturer will post announcements, and announcements contain very important information. So please make sure that you read your announcements. activities here, if there are any quiz or any other activities that your lecturer wants you to complete, assessments, and so on. So this is what your ARC program platform looks like. It's relatively straightforward to navigate. Then also important, please make sure that you access your referencing guide and policy. There will be library or information center training, and your lecturer will upload a copy of the IIE Harvard Anglia referencing guide, and that will be made available for you on the ARC platform. It's also available on the library eShelf for you to access, and it's the 2026 version that you will have access to. So make sure that your referencing and bibliography compilation is aligned with the Harvard Anglia IIE style, which is different from the normal Harvard. It is different from the one which is available on Microsoft Word. So make sure that your style conforms with this guide. Okay, and then I just wanted to let you know about further workshops. There will be an academic writing workshop, which Genevieve will be conducting on the 26th of Feb, same time. And here she will cover compiling an assignment, essay writing, which is the introduction, body, conclusion, style, and tone. And then she will also run another session on managing your that will be on the 5th of March at the same time. So please attend, and I hope that you will find them very useful. I just want to come to the chat and see if there's anything that I need to address. I see Genevieve has been answering. Oh, and Kiasha has also joined the session. Kiasha is also part of our team, as I mentioned. But she, as I said, looks more, is more lecturer facing. But yes, sometimes, in Genevieve's absence, Kiasha might also step in to assist if you have a query. Okay, I think all questions have been answered. Is there anything else that you would like me to address or anything that wasn't clear? Yes, things can be daunting at first, and I should have said something about this. Whenever I start with a new group of students, as I'm going to be doing immediately after I jump off the session, I always say to my students, it feels terrible right now. Everything is all over the place, and you don't know what is what, and there's all these acronyms, and you're expected to figure out all these things. But I promise you, by mid-March, everything will fall into place and everything will make sense, and you'll be adjusted and settled and getting on with your learning. Just keep at it. And if you're unclear about anything, like I said, ask. Don't sit on it and hope to figure it out. Rather, ask the question and then get the support that you need. My timetable and paths for social science folders are still empty. I've been checking every day. Okay, I don't think the social science folders, Kiasha, we should not be looking at social science folders. You should be looking in the Bachelor of Arts folder. So not social science. So I think maybe you're looking in the incorrect folder. Yeah. Okay, so Janica, please be checking in the Bachelor of Arts folder. Yeah, I think you just may be looking in the wrong folder, or maybe just get into touch with one of your peers and see if they have it and can share it with you. Or ask your lecturer if they can perhaps help you find it. There's another question, or did Genevieve answer? I am a first year BA student and would like to finish my degree in 3 years. I signed up for all 8 modules. Yes, that will be fine. You are allowed to take additional modules, but you have to send through a motivation. And if your motivation is accepted, then you can take additional modules. But we generally don't approve more than 9 modules for first year, second year. Third year, we might approve 10 if you are trying to graduate. But obviously, it depends on the circumstances. Okay, that's what I did. Oh, okay. This is super weird. I was registered for them superficially. That's what I'm left with. I think I missed a chat there, but I see Genevieve is addressing that. Okay. As a first year postgrad, the session is for us too. Yes. So, Siba, the session is for you as well. Your P-gal is Kaylee, and Kaylee will be more in touch with you. And your second lecturer is Warwick. And yeah, so basically, it's the same processes. It's just, yeah, postgrad, honors, and you've got research and all of that coming up. So Kaylee is there and she's going to be looking after you. On the PAS, where can I find BA in English and Psych? All the modules are listed on the PAS and they are arranged in alphabetical order. So you'll just have to look for the modules that you are registered for. Okay. Any other questions? You can please pop them via assist, or you can note them and bring them to next week's session. Genevieve will be presenting, but I will also be present to answer questions in the chat. I do have to jump into my lecture now. So thank you so much for attending. I hope you have found this helpful. Thank you for the positive feedback and for all the engaging questions. And then I will see you next week at the same time. Have a lovely evening, and I hope your first week has been wonderful. Okay, bye.